What is up, everyone? John back here with another video, and I'm in a new spot. I'm actually on my vacation right now at a nice hotel, as you can see. Very nice place, actually, in up north Michigan on a little getaway for the weekend. But I figured, why not, when I'm out here, do some video of the beam shots of these flashlights. So I did bring them all with me, which I'm crazy because everyone thought I was crazy for bringing 20 flashlights with me. But I figured I needed a new spot to test out these flashlights, and I figured I went online and looked at the parking lot that I'm standing in right now, and this parking lot is a pretty good size. I mean, when I looked it up on the Google Maps, from where I'm standing right here at the end of our parking lot in this hotel, all the way down to the very end of that parking lot, which you can't see right now because it's pitch black, that's about a good 700 to 800 meters. I couldn't get exact measurements because of this chunk of grass right here threw everything off. Like, it added like an extra 15-20 meters. So it's about 800 meters from where I'm standing right now, and I Google mapped that so I can get a more accurate reading. So I'll start off with something smaller or more close combat. So this building right here, as you can see, this building's only about a good 40 feet away from where I'm standing right now. And this is the Acebeam L17. And once again, we're versing it up against the L19, which is not very fair because it's about 800 meters opposed to 1,300 meters. But you got to give this Acebeam L17 just so much props because, first off, it's only like 70, 80 bucks. That's first off. Second, this thing can fit in your pocket. As you can tell, this thing is tiny. It fits in my pocket absolutely no problem. This, on the other hand, is not going to fit in the pocket. I mean, this thing is massive. I mean, look at the head diameter difference. It's night and day. But they are two totally different flashlights. I mean, they both do one common goal, which is to, push light out and push as much candela as possible for the size. But they are a little bit different as far as what you're going to use them for. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it off on turbo with the Acebeam L17. So that field all the way over there, that's a good couple hundred feet away from where I'm standing. And I could clearly tell if somebody was in that field, or if somebody was hiding, or I was tracking a deer. You could clearly see all the way at the end of that field, no problem. And like I said, that's a good couple hundred feet away minimum. That's the L17, so we'll turn on the Acebeam L19. This light always amazes me. I mean, it just always amazes me. When you see like just how far it throws light, it is just absolutely insane. I mean, absolutely insane. So let's go ahead and go to the far parking lot now. So this is the Acebeam L17, and let me get it on turbo. That's turbo. So this does have a very punchy beam. It's got a good amount of meter throw to it, but when you compare it to the Acebeam L19, it is a little bit different. This has a little bit more usable spill compared to the L19. As you could tell, it's more of a laser compared to the L17, which is more of it's not a, I don't want to say it's like a, gosh, what's the word? I can't think of it right now. It's slipping my mind. It's a direct beam no matter what. I mean, no matter how you slice this, these are both running off Acebeam's optics. The optics have one purpose, and that's to literally throw light as far as it can and make it as direct as possible. But yeah, it's not a combination beam. It's a thrower. These are both thrower lights without a question. So that's the Acebeam L17. So it reaches out there pretty darn good. I mean, I know it's hard to pick that up on camera, but I can see the trees way in the back. I mean, where those light poles are at all the way back there, I can faintly see those trees. And that is very far, my friends. Let's go with the L19. What an absolute rocket. I mean, what a beast of a light. How crazy to think that can reach all the way at that very end. I mean, it's to the point where if somebody was standing all the way at the end of that parking lot, I would be able to see them. I mean, it's that crazy, and it's that focused to where I can see that far out. Now, I don't know how much anyone would really need to use that, but it is phenomenal nonetheless. I mean, somebody's hiding over there. You could clearly see, if you point it up there, clearly see if somebody's over there. And that's the cool thing about throwers. A lot of people always say, what's the point of having a thrower flashlight? What's the point of that? All it does is just shoot light out as far as you can see. There's two reasons for that. First, if you're trying to track like animals and stuff and you don't want to have you know, the animals hear you or acknowledge that you're in the presence of them. There's nothing better than a thrower, because a combination beam or a floodlight, you know, floodier light, that's not going to give you the focus beam that you're looking for. That's just going to illuminate the whole entire area. But the biggest difference, in my opinion, is these are the best for if somebody's trying to attack you or self-defense. You know, a floodlight is not going to be good. It's, yeah, they push 5,000, 6,000 lumens, but they're very wide beams. So you can light up a whole entire area, but they're not that necessarily blinding if you were to look at them. Now these, on the other hand, these will blind a person. I mean, momentarily, of course, but if somebody was walking up to you from, you know, 300-400 feet away and you just blinded them with this light, they won't be able to see. I can guarantee you that right now. I mean, they won't be able to see. Look at that, all the way over there to the other side of this parking lot, lights up those trees. That's the L19, and that's the L17. That's awesome. But I mean, overall, yeah, if somebody was way at the end of this parking lot and you shine that on them, it's going to disorient them. They're not going to be able to see that well compared to a floodlight, where they could still come at you and see. They don't have to look directly at it, you know, or at it, I should say. But a thrower like this, they have no other option. Once you point this in their direction, you're going to blind them. There's no questions about that. So that's why these are mainly used for hunting rifles and for self-defense, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, I had a lot of people ask me, oh, why would you ever want something like that? And aside from the actual functionality of it, it's just something cool. It's just something cool that you have a flashlight that can punch light that freaking far out. I mean, that is just crazy. That is just crazy how far that goes out there. I mean, it's literally touching those trees way, way, way in the back. And I'm telling you right now, the trees in the back are over 800 meters away. The light pole is about 800 meters away. But if you count the trees way, way in the back, that is over 800 meters away. So I could clearly hit that tree back there. So that's, not to get too far off topic, but that's the video, Acebeam L17 versus the Acebeam L19. Hope you guys liked it. Catch you on the next one.